You speak to these children, a lot of them just saying that it was a lot of dedication, commitment, and also just telling themselves that this is where I want to find myself in life. These are my goals, my aspirations, my ambitions. And some of them also just telling us that they want to change the communities that they come from, saying that from some of the backgrounds that they come from, education is the only way into a better life, if you want to call it that, but also just that passion to want to be the best at whatever it is that you do.
And earlier on you were telling me about one of the pupils who I think in grade 10 was not a top achiever at all, and here they are, 2019 they managed to become a top achiever nationally.
Yes, definitely. He's a kid from Nelmafias, I think Nelmafias High School in Mahlako or so. He was saying that in grade 10 I just wasn't top student material. I then decided that I can do this. He said, I decided I can do this. I am going to do this. Today he sits and he finds himself among the top 30 achievers nationally in the whole country, just showing that it's never too late. I think also just making that decision for himself that this is who I will be in this world in my lifetime.
And did they speak at all about navigating adolescence and the pressures that you get from your peers? Because when you go through this age, between the ages of about 16, 17, 18, there's a lot of peer pressure that you find. Friends saying, let's go out partying. Instead of partying, they decided that actually, I think I need my books.
Yeah, no, them just saying that from the beginning. I think for a lot of them, it was the passion. It was the drive to say that I want to be the very best. And I think also finding that they are obviously academically inclined, which does help. But more than that, it seems like it was quite a lot of hard work. A little like that other child saying that I came from the bottom, I'm actually right here, right now. And he was also saying, I was motivated by a top achiever from my own school. So I saw this girl and I thought, this can be me one day. Indeed, he finds himself even higher than the person that he aspired in terms of where to be, in terms of the academics. And I think also, that motivation of saying, they were saying their teachers as well, a lot of them also crediting their educators, saying that, our teachers went beyond and above the call of duty, making sure that we're sorted. And some of them saying that peer pressure from the teachers saying, you're our top student, saying that that made you feel like, I have to work because everybody is looking at me, I need to perform.
Let's quickly touch on the IEB results that are coming out at midnight.
Yes.
But something important that you touched in your package last night that played on Morning Live this morning as well is how you find parents, some who may be struggling but still opting to have their kids go to a private school instead of public schooling. Yes,
definitely. I mean, the IEB candidates in the few hours will know what their fate has been, and we will have that from as early as Morning Live. But, when you speak to some of these parents, the type of investments that they choose to make. We spoke to the Chilwane family in Witpoortjie, and the father saying, I don't have furniture in my house. They have a building project saying my house is incomplete. We made a decision with my wife that the type of inheritance, the only inheritance we can give our children and also to free ourselves is to give them a great education, even if it meant that him saying that with private schools they write you that letter to say you're not keeping up with your payments, and them saying that we would get these letters, but he said we'd made a decision that we were not going to take our children out of the school, even if it means we must sell the cars and every other luxury that we can afford to let go of. We are going to let go of it just so that our children can get a certain type of education. So parents willing to go without, in spite of us seeing that the economy taking that downward turn, parents are willing to invest in their children's education. But I think also quite importantly, just showing that we also have done a story where you see that the private sector, the private education sector is growing. When you look at EvTech, they're also going into what they call the middle income bracket, where they're opening, I think, is it the American schools as well as their pinnacle schools, showing that the demand is there in suburbia, where you see government not able to build schools at the necessary level. Obviously, the online application, that shows that there's a problem in certain areas.
Thank you so much, Mahlako, Komane. Guys, it is that nail-biting moment. So I remember back